Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am so sorry that I am late. Y'all, forgive me. Forgive me. I was writing out questions for today's show. I am so happy to be here, you guys. I'm so happy to be here. And I've got makeup on, but you can see it didn't really cover up um, what this dude did to me. But let's start this off right. Let's start this off the right way. Let me start off with a blessing for this day. I'm here. I'll tell y'all the whole story in just a minute because, boy, it's a good one to tell. And there's a lot going on. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us the collective words of wisdom this morning. Give us encouragement to navigate this day. Universe, creator, spirit guides, angels, give us words of encouragement. And the word we get is gratitude. Be thankful because anything could have gone the wrong way. This morning's words of wisdom is gratitude. All humans suffer. And I find this idea revolutionary and freeing because the people who I envy, admire, and idolize suffer just as I do. So I choose overwhelming gratitude for my life, for I am all that I need. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't choose this. This card was chosen by the universe. Let me read this one more time. The blessing that we got today is to be grateful. Be grateful for the bad things as much as you're grateful for the good things. I'm sorry, y'all. Gratitude. All humans suffer, and I find this idea revolutionary and freeing because the people who I envy, admire, and idolize suffer just as I do. So I choose overwhelming gratitude for my life, for I am all that I need. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all for being here and for all of my new subscribers who are here because of my assault. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me say hello to all the people who are here right now. Good morning. Welcome, greetings, Deanne, greetings, Teresa, SCR, greetings, Rose Blue, greetings, Risa, greetings, Amy, Carol, Share Bear, greetings, Joe Stone, hello, thank you for being here, Iniquitous Feminina, thank you for being here, greetings, David Crooks, thank you, Sherry, Voices from the Deep, Aletha, Fleck, hi, Jayon, hello. Hello, always grim. Can't say good morning because we are not morning. Good day, happy Monday. Hello, everybody. D1, GMAC, Juliet, hello. Susan, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. And I said it anyway. Scratch that. Greetings and salutations. Okay, I want to start this off by just letting everybody know what happened to me on the 30th of June. Okay, just so that I can get all of this out and some of this stuff that I need to put in on the air, just so that I can have proof that all of this happened. So I'm going to go back and tell the story from the beginning until it ended yesterday. So please bear with me. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them as soon as I give you this overview. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Chase. Hello, Annie. Good day, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning, Missouri, mom of three, and Archelaus. Happy Monday. Okay, let me stop, rewind, and go back to the beginning. On Wednesday, the 30th, or I think Wednesday or Thursday, I don't even remember what day it was. On the 30th of June at about 9 p.m., I went riding on my bike. And this is different because I usually don't ride my bike anytime where there's people. I ride my bike usually between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. because the world is mine all by myself at that time. But this night, it was such a beautiful evening, and it was kind of a coolish night. And I knew that the next day we were supposed to get the heat wave, which we did get. So it was the last basically nice ride of early summer, and I decided to go out before everything was closed. I was probably about 2.5 miles in on my normal route, going across a parking lot that's in front of a Walmart, a Panda Express, and Little Caesars pizza parking lot that kind of butts up to a Circle K that gets me to where I cross the street to go to downtown Henderson on Water Street. So I just got off the bike path, was crossing across this parking lot, and I believe it was a cream color or white car, swerved around me and stopped. So I put on my brakes, put my feet down on the ground, and I just stopped. And the next thing that I remember happening is this man exiting the car, and all I saw was his elbow, and he hit me in my face. Oh, probably about 5 times. Just hit me. And I keep saying stupid me, because after he assaulted me the first time, he went and got back in his car. It's like he got out of his car, just beat me up, and then he was going back in his car. Stupid me. Before he got all the way back in his car, I kind of made an exclamation of, wow, all of that, and you didn't even knock me out. And that was the worst thing I could have said at that moment, because then he was back on me, and I don't remember anything. What I need you guys to understand, my dog, my 14-pound Maltipoo, was on my back in a backpack. The only thing that her head hangs out. There's a hole for her head to hang out, but her arms and everything are inside the backpack. So she is completely defenseless. And he knocked me down off my bike and started stomping on my head, on my face, and on my head. And at some point, I lost consciousness. I woke up in the back of the ambulance. Somebody had put a phone in my hand, and I guess I was trying to just record, I don't know, YouTuber's brain, whatever you want to call it, but I hit record, and I kind of put a message out to my dad and to my wife, because I didn't know if I was going to be okay after that or not. I don't know if he stomped on my dog. I don't know if he hit her. I don't know how she got out of the backpack, but when I woke up in the ambulance, she was on my lap and she was with me. I know something happened to her. No, there's no blood or anything, but she is not the same as she was. She is so hyper vigilant of me now. When I was in the hospital, anytime a male would come into the room, her hackles would come up and she would just start growling. And this is not her normal behavior. I'm sorry, I'm crying. But I have to get all of this out because the assault was just the first part of what happened to me through this whole ordeal. When they took me to one hospital where they put stitches in my eye, and then they transferred me to another hospital because I have a subdural hematoma, I have a brain bleed, I have a lot of intracranial um, issues going on. So they transferred me from St. Rose Hospital to Sunrise Hospital. And when I was in Sunrise Hospital, the first day, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Mojo. Thank you so much. On the first day, they got me out of bed, and the nurse walked away from me, and I hit the floor. I completely passed out and fell. And the nurse was away from me. And this is what starts the horrible treatment that I received at Sunrise, because everything went downhill after I fell. And I shouldn't have fell, because they literally stood me up out of the bed and walked away from me with nothing to hold on to, nothing, and I literally collapsed on the floor. After that, they put the yellow fall risk sticker on me, and I was bedbound 23 and a half hours a day for 10 days. The only time they would come and get me was for one time to get me to walk around the unit. That's it. And no out of bed time otherwise, not even to sit up on the side of the bed. I was on Wednesday, July 4th. I was I and I need to explain that after the assault, at no time did they ever send any healthcare, mental health care in, anybody to talk to me about the assault that happened. And on Wednesday, it was either the 4th or 5th of July, I started asking everybody I could. I said, I need to talk about this. I need mental health. I need counseling. I need help with what I'm feeling. Nobody's helping me with the emotions that I was going through. I asked everybody who came into my room, I said I needed mental health care. None came. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, the new nurse was on. The next shift of nurses had come on, and this nurse was kind of really friendly to me. She was a nice lady, and she said, "Well, I see that you're not kind of behaving like yourself today." And I told her that I needed mental health care. That I nobody had spoken to me about the assault, and I was having troubles dealing with all the emotions and everything I was feeling. So she gets me talking, and then and in my monkey brain I was like, I know what not to say, but she was like, I needed to talk to somebody. So when she said that those famous words, or do you feel like hurting yourself? Do you feel like you want to hurt yourself? After 3 days of begging for somebody to help me and being honest with my feelings, I said yes. And God, I should not have said yes, because 2 hours later, they had come in and given me something right after that. They gave me something to calm me down, to help me go to sleep. Thank you, Queenie the Genie. Thank you, Queenie the Genie, for that super chat. I appreciate you. So, the charge nurse comes in and she asks me more questions. And then around between 1 midnight and 2 a.m., because I'm not sure exactly what time this happened, they had come in and they had given me something to help me sleep. And I went to sleep. I was completely asleep, not doing anything to anybody. around it between when I woke up, and I can't tell you exactly what time it was because I'm not sure. I woke up to 8 people. 8 people, 4 of them white male security, standing in my room over me, telling me to get out of my bed, to disrobe, that I was being stripped out and I was being put on a 72-hour hold. I woke up to men over me, people yelling at me, screaming about what they wanted me to do. I got up out of the bed, and the first thing I said was, I want to sign myself out. Let me go. Leave me alone. And they were like, you're not going nowhere and you don't have any rights anymore. And I need to tell you guys that during this time, from the time that these guys, and I'm going to call it swatted because that's what it is, all of these 8 people in this room, I was assaulted by 3 hospital security trying to keep one of my necklaces. That's all I wanted. And I have a closed head injury. I have not been treated at all for any of the underlying issues that I have been begging for help for. And while all of this is happening, there is no psychiatrist, psychologist, nobody is in this room when this swatting is happening. So they got me naked, got the room stripped out, got me completely on a inmate suicide watch because that's what it was. I sat on the floor naked for over 4 hours. And all I wanted was to keep my necklace, which in my trauma was the only thing that I thought was protecting me. And I need you guys to understand, I still have this head trauma. Okay, this was Friday night. So Saturday at 9 a.m., I still have not. They have stripped me out, put me in the green gown, have made sure that I have no blankets, no nothing. I am like an inmate. I still have not received, not one psych person has come into the room. Not one psych person is there to talk to me. So I start hollering because it's the only thing that I need. Psych. Thank you, HC. Thank you for your super chat. I started hollering that I needed to see psych. That's the only thing that I could think to do. They have a person on the door so I can't move. They have me stripped out into a color where if I go anywhere, I'm going to be accosted. And finally, they sent one lady who was up there seeing someone else who was a doctor, wandered into my room as I was hollering and asking for psychiatric care. And she actually had some empathy in her heart. And she said, just give me a second. Give me a second. I will get somebody here to see you. And she did. And I gotta say, there were some angels. I got met with a whole bunch of demons in this hospital, but there were some angels sprinkled in between them. And that doctor and the first psychologist that came to talk to me were 2 of those angels. She got the psych up there within, I'd say, 15 minutes. After then, I've already been in this crisis for 3 days. And this one doctor got me the help I needed within 15 minutes. And this doctor came in and talked to me and evaluated me and canceled my psych hold completely. Canceled, said no, give her everything that she has, that is hers, give it back to her. She is okay. She just needs some care. And he was trying to help me. Now, I have to tell you about the bad part, the really bad part, because when they were stripping me out and I was trying to keep my necklace, I was assaulted by the security staff, physically, brutally assaulted. My right arm was wrenched up and behind my back and my head until the dude almost broke it. I was screaming, "You're breaking my arm." The other guy had his thumb in my, like here in my ear, just pressing straight through to my brain. I'm on the floor, but naked. The only thing I was trying to hold on to was a necklace. They got my necklace, they got my phone, they got all my clothes. And from the time they swatted me until I after I saw the psych guy, they wouldn't let anybody in my family have any contact with me. They wouldn't let me contact anyone. And the charge nurse, who was not even there, who came in at 7 o'clock in the morning, called the rehab center that I was supposed to go to and lied and said that I was a danger to staff, got my treatment canceled. I'm supposed to be in a rehab center right now. They threw me out of the hospital. They sent me home with nothing, no resources, nothing. I was unsure if I could take care of myself and my dog. And that's why I'm on here right now today, is because I have to tell this story and I don't know how much I'm going to remember when it when this if this goes any further than this. So I have got to take everything that I remember and put it out here now so that I have a record of what happened. So on Sunday, after now I got released off this hold Saturday morning, got all of my stuff returned to me Saturday morning. They gave me all my stuff back, gave me my phone back and everything. I was the transportation team for the place that they were going to send me, which is called Encompass Health. The transport team was there, got me, had me on the gurney, ready to go. And there was a paperwork problem from the hospital. Come to find out, Cody, the charge nurse, who was talking to my whole family this whole time, saying that everything was okay and the hospital was doing everything they could for me. This man called Encompass Health, called the CFO after I was already cleared from my watch, after I was already taken off the hold. He called Encompass Health, told the CFO that he believed I was a danger to staff, and the Encompass Health canceled my treatment. Not on the words of a doctor, on the words of a charge nurse who had a whole lot of power. And I'm gonna say this like I feel it is, because I overheard him just lying about me. I never hurt any of their hospital staff. Their hospital staff hurt me. And I don't know if if one of the goon squad that attacked me was a familiar of Cody, but he lied and he made sure that I had no help, that I had no rehab to come home to, that I come home to be by myself on my own and just try to live my life. I've been trying to rehab myself with my art. There's so much stuff I don't remember, words that don't come anymore. My brain is hurt. And these people intentionally made sure that I was not going to have help getting better. I think I think I've told the majority of the story that I need to tell. They released, oh no, because I forgot a great big huge part. Because before I left the hospital, they called every single security person that had to have been in that hospital, because there were security staff flanking me left and right while I was waiting for my wife to come up the elevator. And they sent me home with no resources. No resources. None. And the last thing the doctor said is, well, you can't drive. They gave me a pamphlet that is the size of a training manual. That is my release packet. I can't even read it because I can barely see. And it's all kinds of stuff about the medications that they have me on, what I can and can't do, what I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be in rehab right now. But they threw me out of the hospital. And I just wanted to tell my story because I know a lot of you called. I know a lot of you spoke to Cody. And if you did, please email me at psychictanya9@gmail.com and just tell me what he said to you, because that is where I have to start my case, because he made sure that I am here alone with no help. Thank you, SCR. Thank you that I'm here alone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to continuously take care of myself. I'm not sure what I can and can't do. I have had no therapy, none, no, no, no physical therapy to even gauge what this man did to me. I don't know what I've lost. I just know on the day-to-day that I can't remember words, or things don't come as quickly as they used to. But I want to say thank you to every single person out there. Every one of you. Oh, you guys have showed me so much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And SCR, Dakar Brown, you are absolutely right. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. And the whole thing is, the police, about the person who assaulted me, is a white Russian national. I don't know this guy from Adam. This was not a road rage case or nothing. I was minding my own business, riding my bike. This person swerved in front of me and then proceeded to assault me. Not once, but twice, until I was completely unconscious. And the police have not got back with me to tell me anything. If it wasn't for my friend Mojo, I wouldn't know what this guy looks like. If it wasn't for Mo, I would not know who to look for or to look out for when I'm out now. But thank you, Mo, because you helped me, because now I got a face to the person who assaulted me, and at least I know what he looks like. So if he shows up again, I can recognize him. Last name Surinov. Yeah. It was a terrible, terrible thing. But I just want to say thank you for every single person out there who's just shown me any type of love, any type of community, because I needed it. And I know without y'all, I don't know if I would still be here. A lot of y'all don't even know that your words of encouragement that I read on every day is what kept me going, that kept me just just kept me thinking positive, just kept me wanting to be on this planet. It was bad. And I still haven't got any counseling. Well, except for the one time there's they sent me home with no resources, with nothing. So I have to now I have to create those resources for myself now. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on me, and I'm not giving up on us and all of this, because all of this happened for a reason. I don't believe there's a coincidence in anything. I learned from this. Yeah, I learned I can take a hell of a punch. That's not the lesson I needed to learn, though. I think I needed to learn the lesson that even when the things are the hardest, when things are the most bleak, that your soul tribe shines through. Thank you, Share Bear. Thank you so much. Your soul tribe shines through. Even though I couldn't see the sunlight from outside, you guys gave me that light that I needed to help me continue to just want to continue to go forward. It was hard putting a smile on my face to take a picture, but it was necessary because I couldn't stay in that hole. And guys, as bad as I feel right now, I am happier to be here, even though I am unsure about everything. But I am so happy that at least I'm in my own house where I know nobody's going to try to hurt me or harm me or take from me. But on the same coin, I'm worried, if I'm going to be able to take care of myself and take care of my baby, my dog. That's what I'm more worried about. Am I okay to do things? God forbid I forget something and set the house on fire. These are the things that are going through my mind. So, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to every single person who thought about me, who lifted me up in prayer, who sent me loving, healing energy. And thank you to all the Reiki healers and masters out there. You can look at my face. I mean, I've got makeup on right now, and it's doing a pretty good job, I must say. But the Reiki healing and blessings that I have received, my head doesn't look like it doesn't look like an eggplant anymore. And that is from you guys' healing. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Uh, oh, good morning. Hello, Preston. Hello. Hello, Sharon, Amy. Hello. I want to say hello to everyone. Hello, Juanita. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Juanita. Thank you, Elizabeth. Hello, 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 Mickey. Hello, Mildred. Hello, Nancy, Christine. Hello, Mesa Trees. Um, Elizabeth asks, do I know why he assaulted me? No, I have no idea why I was assaulted. Again, I don't know this person. This is a Russian national, last name Shuranov, first name Denis, Denis, Shuranov, and then he has another surname after it. I have no idea why this person targeted me, why he felt like he had to do what he did to me. I have no idea. Thank you, Queenie Jeannie. I will. And that's why I put this out. Queenie Jeannie says, go to the news agency and tell my story so it can be widely known if I can. And that's why I'm putting it here so that number one, for my memory, because I don't know what tomorrow brings. Hello, Unicornacopia. Thank you for your wishes. Thank you. Hello, Deb. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, Annika. Thank you. Thank you. And I just want to make sure that I'm saying hello to all the people that I need to say hello and thank you to. And I just want to say to the entire collective, thank you. Thank you so much. But I don't want to spend this whole time sad sacking and crying when we've got some readings that need to be done. So there are some questions that were asked, and some of these are almost 2 weeks old, that they asked these questions, but I'm going to ask them because I think that they're still relevant at this time. So if y'all want to bear with me for just a minute while I try to turn off these tears and turn on my intuitive abilities so that I can answer some of these questions, because good gosh almighty, we are in some changing, trying times right now. And everyone is going to feel this energy. Pardon me. One thing that I must say is that every one of us, we have got to, this is the time to take all of that garbage, all of that trash that you're carrying around with you, and consciously throw it away, consciously shift your energy. Right now, we are tasked with balancing our darkness with our light. That is the only way that we become whole. And the stars are lining up in this. I'm literally, the yin and yang is what we as a collective must deal with. We have got to learn how to integrate our darkness and our light to make us a whole individual, to get out of the duality of hate and fear. The universe is begging us to step out of our old fear-based ways and to step into our conscious. And this is a higher thinking. This is cerebral on so many levels, because we have the opportunity to say yes to or no to anything that we desire or don't. And right now is the time for us to integrate. Don't be afraid of your shadow self. Your shadow self is probably the truest you that you are. You have got to know you, integrate you, do your mirror work, look there and see who you are. Let go of hatred and despair. Let go of sadness. Let go. Let go. Stop clinging on to the 3D matrix. It's time to let go. And it is time to release the hold on everything and to let yourself fall into the current that life is right now. You need to be in the current. If you are holding on to the shore, you are going to be ravaged and beaten up. It's time to surrender. Let go. Let the current take you where we are supposed to be. It is time to surrender, to stop fighting ourselves and start listening to the things that are higher, that are being downloaded into us every day. I want to talk about this alien thing, and this is very important. First thing everybody needs to know is that America, Germany, Russia, everybody has alien technology. Every one of us. The aliens have been working with the government people for eons. There is water theft happening in the UK and in Europe. Okay, listen to me. There is water theft that is being done by quote unquote UFOs, alien beings. This water is being brought right here to Nevada, and to Lake Mead and Lake Roosevelt. And I need y'all to hear this, because this is the real deal. I told everybody there was going to be a false flag, that they don't want the aliens have a timeline. The ETs have a contract with our governments, plural, okay, on when they would make themselves known. That time is coming very soon. What man is doing, and this everybody needs to understand, this is man that is doing this. Man is using crafts, alien crafts that have been reverse engineered, because aliens have given us a whole lot of, we wouldn't have the internet if the aliens hadn't helped us, okay? Let's just put that out there right now. We wouldn't have wireless connections if the ETs had not given us the information that we needed to transmit energy through the air, even though we already had that before, and man decided that they were going to make money off of electricity. But that's neither here nor there. We have to understand that it is human beings masquerading as ETs that are stealing water from European places and filling up Lake Mead and Lake Roosevelt. Okay? I'm just putting that out there. You can do with that information whatever you want to. I said it. It's out there. Okay? So just to know that it is a false flag. It is not the aliens. That is humans masquerading as aliens, stealing resources from other countries. And guys, yes, that is an act of war. But they are trying to blame it on the ETs, so that when they show themselves, watch the world start shooting at them to try to keep them from the disclosure. Understand this, though. Them shooting at them is not going to stop the disclosure. This is where you have to be discerning, and you have to understand and look at what you're looking at. See with your whole eyes, not just with your emotions. They want you to be afraid. They want you to be afraid of the ETs who have never harmed us and could have wiped us out at any time if they wanted to, but have never harmed us. That's who they want you to be afraid of, instead of them, the ones with all the guns and all the power and all the lies, manipulating everything. Eyes wide open, guys. Okay, let me get off of that one. My next question, my first question, is from Beautiful Girl. Beautiful Girl asks, will the Supreme Court strike affirmative action in will they strike affirmative action from all universities, not just the private ones? Meaning, will affirmative action go away in cases of military and such like that? So here's the question. Will the Supreme Court strike on affirmative action only be to private universities? Will it only affect private universities? Yes or no? First part of this question. So here we go. Is the strike down of affirmative action from the Supreme Court only going to be in private colleges? Here we go. First card we've got is death. We've got the Hermit, the Tower. This is huge. The answer, though, is yes. This is mainly to protect the elite, okay? To protect the elite from having to let others who they deem not like us into their institutions. So, Beautiful Girl, the first thing that I want to say is yes, this is primarily something to protect the elitist groups. No, this is not something that they want to do because they need black bodies in the military. So that affirmative action is going to be held up on that end Oh, yeah, they want as many brown and black folks to join this military to die for a country that spits on them, but not to be able to get into an Ivy League school. So this affirmative action ban is for the Ivy Leaguers. This is to keep the pristine white institutions pristine and white, so that they do not have to give any credence to brown and black individuals wishing to get a higher education. But it does not apply to the military, because, oh, they're going to uphold affirmative action into getting poor kids to give up their life and join the military. Okay. My next question. Amherst University eliminated legacy admissions. Will more universities follow? That's a huge thing. If you don't know what a legacy admission is, that basically means if your grandma, your grandpa, your great-great-grandpa went to Yale or Harvard or Rhodes, then just because you're related to them, you get an opportunity to go to that school. But of course, whoever your legacy was must have given some money in the amount of millions to the school. So most time legacies come with a check attached to it. But the question is, will more universities stop legacy admissions? Yes or no question. Will more universities stop legacy admissions? Okay, this is going to be something that is going to be very widely talked about. This is going to be the subject of a whole lot of chatter, a whole lot of legal chatter, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, some people are going to get away with murder because they can make sure that even if people are not qualified to go to these schools just because of their last name or their bloodline, that they can be let in. But I feel like there is going to be a change in enough Ivy League schools, not all of them, and not the big ones. And and I'm going to say which the big ones are, Yale and Harvard, because that's where your skull and crossbones come from. That's where your senators and presidents are made. Those two colleges will continue to be a part of the beast that they are. But other colleges, other Ivy League schools will stop legacy admissions and give people a fairer shot. But not all. Not all. There you go, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl's next question is, who or what is the Supreme Court going to target next? This is very important. The Supreme Court has gone completely rogue. They have a bulletproof majority, a stolen majority, facilitated by a crooked part of Congress. People who were given a lifetime seat on a board who should not been given the job of dog walker. Okay? We've got 3 Supreme Court justices. 2 of them should be in jail. 2 of them should be in jail. But these are the people who are making the rules for you and I. What is this? Who or what will the Supreme Court target next? And the first thing that's coming to my mind again is schooling, guys. They are going after education. I kind of feel like the next thing is going to be public education, though. We're just K through 12, completely obliterating, destroying public education to make it. Oh gosh, this is indoctrination, guys. They're going to change a lot of the rules on how our public education is delivered to our children. That's what I feel like they're going after next, beautiful girl. Okay, they're going after education in all of its form, because an uninformed population is a population that can be controlled. Just remember that. They want us stupid, because stupid people make great slaves. And the more that they keep people on their phones and keep people absorbed in vanity, then they have control, so much control. And they're targeting the children. This is what everybody has got to be aware of. They are targeting our children. Hello, Deanne. Thank you for being here. And you're absolutely right. They need cheap labor. Sherry says, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. They have been going after public education since the 50s. And now they have finally got Americans so dumb that they feel like they can just walk in and take us over. I've been saying this for a long time. But this is something that if you have children, young children in your house, one of the first ways that they're going to try to cause complete chaos is when the internet goes down. And it will. It will. That is part of the plan. All of this that is keeping us connected, all of this, everything is at your fingertips. We have a whole generation, 2 generations of children who cannot survive one moment without their cell phone, who cannot go one day without logging into their favorite video game, who live their entire life in the metaverse already. What do you think is going to happen when the internet is shut down for 12, 24, 36, 48 hours? What kind of chaos can you imagine spilling out into the streets? Because this is part of their plan. This is a part of the plan. They get all the young people addicted to the devices that they hold, and then take away the connectivity, throwing all of these people into a panic. And we've seen children who can't play their PlayStation take it out on the whole family house. This is part of the plan. Start preparing your children for it now. Start weaning them off of their electronic devices. Do what you got to do, because when it happens, it's going to be real. And it's going to be dangerous outside, because you're going to have a whole bunch of bored kids with too much energy and nothing to focus it on. And that's exactly what the plan is. Deanne Shields says, when I worked at McDonald's as a teen, I had to memorize menu and prices and know how to make change. Kids can't do that today. They need to be educated about this. Kids can't make change. You give a teenager, I'm sorry, not even a teenager. You can give some 25-year-olds who are working as a clerk or whatever a $20 bill and need to make change for that, and they won't be able to count it back to you. Have absolutely no idea how to count back change. This is a failure, a complete failure on our see, and this is just the words, I lose my words on how we live our life. Okay. My next question is from Shay Shay. This is a good question. Shay Shay wants to know, where are all these Black teenagers getting these expensive and weapons and ammunition from to be going around causing all this chaos that's going on right now? This is a great question. And guys, I want you to think back to George Floyd. I need you to remember George Floyd. I need you to remember the week that George Floyd was murdered. I need you to remember that almost every town, somebody had got a permit to have a march for George Floyd, for Black Lives Matter. I want you to remember how many police officers were caught in the act of staging rocks, bricks, and all kinds of artifacts to where people who were emotional could get to them and start wreaking havoc, breaking windows, smashing stores, looting. I need you to remember, because they want you to forget all of this. I need for everybody to remember how the police strategically placed projectile objects to be used to break stores, storefront people's property, and walked away from it. That was a plan. And for all of the people who are still out there saying, no, our government doesn't do that, keep believing that. And I wish you well. I wish you well. Don't get caught outside with those beliefs, but I wish you well with those beliefs. We are under attack. Brown and black people especially, because they are going to come after us for everything. If they can't blame it on us, they will try to pin it on us. Okay? And I'm not being racist. I'm being real, because I'm one of them melanated people who has this done to. All right? Hello, Maxine. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Christine. All right. Here we go. Where are these black kids getting these expensive weapons and ammo from? And any of you guys out there who have guns know how expensive ammunition is. And tell me how 14 and 15-year-old kids are getting $4,000 or $5,000 worth of ammunition. Okay? We've been talking about these trains that have been looted, that have chemicals and stuff that can make bombs, that are being left unattended. And these trains are being robbed. All of this, ain't none of this by happenstance. All of this is a planned out cause. Okay? So, Shay, how are these kids getting this? Tara, please tell us. Who is financing these children? Okay, and here's the thing. We've got the Five of Swords here. So we've got a leader that people are deciding to put down their arms and walk away from. But this leader has been a leader for a long enough time to where they have got things settled in a manner of speaking for themselves. And right in front of that, we've got the devil. And I always like to say the devil is in the details, because right in front of the devil, and I need you to look here, because these are the people who are chained to the vices of the devil. And right here is our last card on this draw. We have the Lovers, which are also represented here with the devil. So where these children are receiving this ammo and these implements of war, this is a concerted effort. This is a dark, devious plan, but these are entities that are working together that are making this possible. Again, on the same token, I want you to think about all these Target stores that are being looted. You just see all these people just running in the Target, running in and out, running out with televisions and everything the store has. But the one thing you do not see, and some of these videos are more than 5 minutes long, you do not see not one law enforcement agency anywhere before or after the video. So what you're seeing is a staged thing. Okay? You are watching. Somebody said, okay, this group, we're going to go hit this Target. We're going to loot the whole store. You don't think Target called 911? You don't think there couldn't have been any 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 police sitting out in that parking lot catching people as they ran out the store? Remember, them folks didn't have weapons. They was just stealing. But there was not one policeman. You don't see one. Not one. In minutes and minutes and minutes of all this footage, you don't see no law enforcement stopping nothing. Just keep that. Put that in your back pocket. So, Shay, This is a plan. You want to say government, want to say police, it could be either one. But there is a faction out there that is outfitting these children with weapons and ammunition and literally sending them on a task of destruction. Give them the guns and let them go crazy. Tell them it's playtime in America. Go out there and do whatever you want to do. And that is what is going on. Queenie the Genie says, I have an organic garden, and when this happens, I am hoping for the rest of the neighborhood will join me in expanding. Oh my goodness, Queenie the Genie, you have not spoken more true words. And this is the one thing that we as a collective have got to do. The time is now for us to come together. They are trying to keep us separate, keep us hating each other. They're doing everything they can to make sure that we don't like each other, that we stay away from each other. We've got to find our tribe. We have got to stand together and lift each other up. We have got to share our light with those who don't have the light so that we can light up this whole world. That is what we are here to do. If you're wondering, why were you put on this earth at this time? What is my purpose on here, on this planet? You are a candle. You are a candle. Light your wick. Your light is for you to bend over and share with whomever's wick is not lit. That is what we were put here to do, to share the light of the universe, to share. Whew, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got really, really, really dizzy. Whew. Oh. We were put here to share our light with those who don't have light, with those who have lost their light, to provide light in the darkest places. Our job isn't to question who we share our light with. Our job is not to vilify who we share our light with. Our job is simply to make a brighter place in a dark, dark existence by bending over, sharing your light. If you touch your third eye when you're hugging somebody, and I mean if you let your forehead touch them, some people do it. It's a kiss with the third eye. A lot of people, different groups may grab your face or kiss you cheek to cheek. This touch on the crown chakra, the sharing, the bending forward and touching your head to another person's head is probably one of the oldest ways of giving freely our energy to someone else. That's what we need to get back into doing. We hold back out of anger, out of shame, out of rage. We might be upset with somebody and they come up to hug us and we only want to, we pull away from, we don't want to give them our energy. We don't want to take any of their energy. And I know for a lot of you guys who are magical, energy is a positive, powerful, powerful thing. And yeah, there are some people who you don't want none of their energy on you. But if you are protected from head to toe and your intention, and this is what's most important, not what your fear is, what your intention is what matters the most. If your intention is to share the light and love that is inside of you, then you don't have to be worried about what that other person is holding, because your intentions are going to keep you protected, because your intention is to share. If their intention is to hurt, you don't have to worry about that. That's fear coming in. If you protect yourself, And I'm going to tell you my secret because I believe it can benefit so many of y'all. And yeah, I got the crap kicked out of me, but I'm still freaking here. My protection is a mirror. Okay, it's a whole lot of things, but on the very outside, it's a mirror. So those people who are throwing slings and arrows at me only see themselves. They only see themselves reflected. So when they throw slings and arrows at me, they are only throwing it at themselves. So you want to protect yourself from other people's intentions? Make your outer protection a mirror. That way the people who are throwing hate and discontent your way can only see their own eyes. All right? That's for free. You're welcome. All right. My next question from Shay Shay. Shay Shay wants to know, how is Jamie Foxx doing? And again, I'm going to tell y'all, continue to pray for Jamie. Continue to pray for him. Tarot, please, universe, spirit guides, please speak freely, clearly through me. How is Jamie Foxx? How is he doing? If you have prayers, love for him, send them. Don't hold on to them. Speak them freely. First card we got is the Page of Cups, the stinky fish. But what right behind that? We have victory. Guys, I kind of feel like Jamie might be turning a corner in his well, hold on. Okay. And this might be having good days and bad days. But I've got this. This is in the first part of the reading. We got the Six of Wands. This is celebratory. This is winning, okay? And this is overcoming. And I want to believe that Jamie is fighting his heart out, trying to get back to where he was. Jamie this is a circular fight. Jamie has people around him who are holding him back, who are a danger to him. I just have to say it that way. Somebody's going to be shown to be an enemy of Jamie's that is in his close circle. This person will be named and hopefully shamed. Jamie has got a lot of fighting to do, not just fighting off the people that are on his side, but fighting off the rumors and everything else. People are trying to draw narratives, trying to paint him into a corner and say that he is a part of things that he was not a part of. Jamie has a lot of fight left. The final outcome for Jamie, and this is what is so sad, because the final outcome, we get the Five of Pentacles, and this is loss. This is financial loss, but I think it's more than financial loss for Jamie. I feel like he has lost a part of his creative self. And I feel like that may be part of what his fight is, trying to get it back. Jamie may well survive this incident, but it has taken a lot from him. There you go, Shay Shay. Pray for Jamie Foxx. If you love him, if you like him, if you just consider him just to be another person on this earth, send him your loving, healing energy. Send him smiles. He's in a dark place. Send him light. Help him to see that he still has, that there's still a Jamie to come home to, even if he's not an actor, that he still has a life to live. My next question is from Ask Y2. What is in the toxic smoke that is being smelled in Ohio and New York Ask Y2 says it smells like burning rubber. The smoke is heavier, that it's not tree smoke, that the smoke that you guys are experiencing is not from forest fires. And I want to tell you, Ask Y2, you are absolutely right. What they have you thinking is forest fire smoke is not. Okay? I keep telling everybody, if you are not subscribed to Dutch Sense, DUTCHSINSE, I think, or CE, Dutch Sense, you can't miss it. He is a person who tracks earthquakes and sunspots and stuff like that affect our planet. This guy is batting 1,000, if you ask me. If he's gotten anything wrong, it has been very, very little. But he can tell you the movement that is happening in our planet right now. Okay, we are having earthquakes and solar spots and all of this stuff that used to be few and far between are now happening every day, multiple times a day. I want to talk to you about CERN, because CERN is like, you want to say, is the fizzy pop bottle that started all of this. That Large Hadron Collider that got our time sped up, that has everything going, has us living in chaos. Creatures being discovered that have never been seen before. CERN changed everything. The trajectory that we are on has been fractaled, broken, shattered. That's why our timeline is so uneven. 10 days can feel like 4. One day, 24 hours in one day, and you don't have enough time in one day to just do what you normally do anymore. It's not in your imagination. Time has physically sped up, and it is sped up into a speed that I can't even fathom it myself, because it is so unreal. But here we are. Mesa trees, CERN. Now we know why time. Yes, CERN. That is why time has sped up. Let me see. Let me go up here and see some of these questions. Okay, we got what happened to Jamie Foxx. Deanne doesn't know what happened to Jamie Foxx. Well, Jamie Foxx got befallen by some mystery ailment that has damn near killed him. And I want you guys to understand that Jamie Foxx isn't the first one that this happened to. I gotta, oh gosh, what's his name? Justin Bieber is just now getting over an ailment to where he had lost the ability to speak, had almost lost the ability to live by himself. He was very, very, very ill for a while. And now Justin Bieber has kind of done a 360 and has now dumped everything Illuminati-esque, and has flown all the way to, I'm saved, I'm Jesus, I'm blood of the Lamb, and I'm not don't put me in the bag with them guys. Changed everything. This is all for reason. And I want you to understand that words have power, but liars take words and take that power and twist it. I'm not going to say that what we call the Illuminati right now. I'm not going to say that that is a benevolent group. What I am going to say is that they stole a holy name, a holy state of being, and they've tarnished it. Illuminati means literally to light up, to illuminate, to bring the light into. What you see going on television, that is not bringing light. What you see them using a lot of the hand mudras for, they are using them, misusing mudras, misusing ancient text, and giving that to the darkness. And if you know, then you know, because I'm going to have a hard time trying to explain this to anybody who really doesn't understand that where we are now is a lie. And what the dark is doing is trying to lie to us, to make us believe that what is dark is light and what is light is dark. That is the biggest lie that they have going on now. That's why right now, when you look into the sky, in the morning sky, if you can see planet Nibiru, it is right there every day. And right there also with it is the morning star, Venus. If you don't know your Bible and you want to know what they got planned for you, all you got to do is read Revelations. Just go read Revelation. You ain't got to read the whole doggone Bible. Just read the book of Revelation. It'll take you about an hour and a half if you're a slow reader to read the book of Revelations. Read it and you will have an understanding of exactly what is going on now. The Bible wasn't written as a lesson for what we should not do. The Bible was written by man, number one. Understand, that was written and edited by human beings. They put in and took out what they wanted to. All right? I ain't going to argue about it. It is what it is. But when the politics of society draw the parallels to Revelation, then you can see that we are being guided to a specific end. This is not something that's happening organically. This is something that is being forced upon humankind. They want the book to come true. They're doing everything they can to make the book come true. And at the end of the book, what have they got you given up? Everything that is you. Okay? Everything that is you. If you know, you know. If you don't know, take an afternoon, read the book of Revelations. I'm just going to say that. All right. Okay. Ask Y2 has another question. What is the future for Yusef Salaam? He is one of the exonerated Central Park Five who has now won a New York council seat. If you don't know who the Central Park Five was, these were four Black teenagers that were accused of raping a white woman in New York City in Central Park. Oh, I think it was either in the 80s or the 90s. And Donald Trump went after these boys, saying that they needed to get the death penalty. They needed to spend the rest of their lives in prison. That before there was even a trial, Donald Trump had tried them, hanged them, and executed them, only for them to be completely exonerated. Not one of those boys had anything to do with the rape of that woman. Completely exonerated. After they had already spent years in prison. Yusef Salaam has now won a New York council seat. This is big. What's bigger than this, though, is that with what he went through at the hands of Donald Trump, he made it clear to Donald Trump that as a member of the New York Council, that he didn't hold that same disdain and hate for Donald Trump, that he wished him a fair and speedy trial. Not hate, not hoping that he hung or was burned or died in prison, as what Donald did to those 5 boys who lost a chunk of lost the entire rest of their childhood and a chunk of their adulthood sitting in prison until DNA exonerated them. And I do believe that there was some lying on the part of the woman. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm fine with being corrected if I'm wrong. But I kind of think that there was some lying, and that as soon as that DNA evidence came forward, not one of those boys had anything to do with the assault on that woman. All right? So here we go. What is the future for Yusuf Salaam? Let's see. Tarot, please tell us. Where might this man go in his future? Yusuf Salaam. Oh, there's good things for him. He has got a lifetime of rewards coming to him. I'm just going to say it like this. That which was taken from Yusuf Salaam will be returned to him in spades. The treason and treachery that he went through is going to serve him in a positive manner. It changed who he is internally. This is not a man who follows the crowd. This is a man who stands on his own. And even though he got past a cup that he did not want, he has made the best out of the entire situation. And again, he is going to be phenomenally successful in his endeavors, because I can't say career, because he may not be on the council very long, but his impact while he is on the council will be enormous. There you go. All right. What happened to he came down with an illness. Jamie Foxx came down with an unexplained illness that nobody knows what happened to him. All right. Elizabeth says, well, everything man has had his hand on, even though it was written by them, got from scrolls that was left anyway. The Spirit of God is real and is here to help us discern. And you're absolutely right. And the most important word that you put on there is discern. That is the one thing that we have to, each and every one of us has got to tap into our own discernment, what we believe, not necessarily what somebody is saying to us, but what we actually believe. All right? All right. Okay. So I'm going to have to wrap this up because my family is calling me and not many of them watch me, so I don't know why. It's a great show, but obviously they don't know I'm doing a live right now. So I'm going to ask these last 3 questions, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a day for today. My next question is from Denny. Since CERN has been turned on, time is flying by. Is CERN the reason for our current shift? Yes. When they turned on the Large Hadron Collider earlier this year, there was an absolute shift. We have had some crazy things that are happening to our magnetosphere and our ionosphere. What CERN did is causing the Earth to move. These fires that are coming from Canada and such, these fires are being started in the ground, under the ground, okay, from the plates rubbing back and forth against each other, causing hot spots and fires to erupt. Also, the fact that we have turned the Earth's crust into Swiss cheese by fracking, all of that natural gas escaping when these plates are rubbing together, causing friction and heat, come into contact with free flowing natural gas. We have spontaneous fires. New Mexico, California, Oregon, Southern Washington. Right now, and lots of places across Yellowstone Park, all of the states that it encompasses are having ground wildfires starting. And you need to understand that these fires are starting from the ground up. They are not lightning strikes. This is friction, heat, and gas source that is causing these fires. And it's going to be all summer long, all over the United States. We are going to be dealing with these types of wild fires, spontaneous fires happening. Not to scare you, just to make you aware of what is going on, okay? Don't let them lie to you and fool you. Again, subscribe to Dutch Sense. Subscribe. Everyone in the world needs to hear listen to him. He makes more sense than anybody I know, and he's not even a psychic at all. But he can read. His gift is being able to read what our earth is doing, and he does it well. Okay? Dutch Sense. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. Will the charges against Susan Lawrence be upgraded to murder? Susan Lawrence is the woman who murdered AJ Owens. Shot her through her front door after picking on the little brown and black children who live in this housing development, after saying she was afraid for her life or safety, that she shot through the door. Not the woman was coming through the door. She shot through the door. Killed this woman in front of her children. Left her children orphans. Will Susan Lawrence's charges be upgraded to murder? Yes or no? Yes, but it's going to be like an act of war, and this is going to be later. So expect for her charges to be upgraded, but not until later. No, the police aren't going to try to upgrade it. No, it's going to be on evidence that is brought into this case that is going to have her charges upgraded to murder. My last question is about Sheriff Billy Wood, and this is about the same charge with Susan Lawrence. Beautiful Girl wants to know, was bias a part of the reason why Susan Lawrence was not taken seriously? Her threats to these children and to everybody who lived around her. So was Billy Woods, the sheriff, was he biased in his response of Susan Lawrence? There we go. Billy Woods, was his police response biased against AJ Owens in the Susan Lawrence case? Here we go. Yes or no? Was he biased? Okay. I get some maybes, but I don't get a hardcore yes. So and since I did not get a hardcore yes, I am not going to slander anybody and call them a bigot when the cards don't say that. But what I will say is that this police department kind of picks and chooses what they kind of think is important and what is not. And they're going to be fighting off a lot of this. there's going to be some obstruction in trying to get some of these records about how many times they have been called on Susan Lawrence and the types of threats and things that she has been doing to those children. So I'm not going to call Billy Woods a bigot, but I am going to say that his department did not follow their own law the way that they were supposed to, and that they could pick and choose what to take seriously and what not to take seriously. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, y'all. All right. Thank you, every single one of you who has made it through the end of this reading today. Thank you for being here with me. I'm not going to plug myself for no readings right now because I don't know how well my brain is. But if you would like to drop me a line or just ask me any questions, you can go ahead and reach out to me at psychictanya9@gmail.com. All right. I love you. I love you. And I am going to beg every one of you, please send me a little Reiki healing just so that my brain can get back to where it was. Thank you already. Thank you. I love you. All right. And for those of you guys who would like to with me at this point, let's say the Reiki prayer together. Okay. First thing, set your intention. Just exhale and set your intention. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please, I set my intention today on healing and receiving and giving love. Let me be able to receive and give so that I can heal myself and help others in the same. Here we go, guys. The Reiki prayer. Just for today, I let go of anger. I let go of worry. I am grateful. I work on myself and I am kind to all living things. Thank you, every one of you, for being here. Thank you. Happy Monday. Namaste, y'all. Namaste.